the great thing about Saturday Night Live the first 5 years is that it was a writer's show.
Right.
And the way I wrote sketches was I wanted the actors to serve the sketch. And I don't think it works that way so much anymore. There's a few graveyard spots you'll get high concept pieces, but I think the writers serve the performers, and the performers are served by the writers, and that didn't occur to me for several years.
Well, yeah, there's always stories in the early days if any of the actors messed up the sketch, the writers would go after them. And now, of course, it's personality pieces, it's laughing during the sketches and having fun. It's about those people are what's being sold. You guys felt like the actors were working for the sketch itself, for the writers.
Yeah, we and the actors were fine with that too.
Yeah.
I mean, Gilda was absolutely selfless. You could write her into a sketch, and you put Belushi in, and he would always get a laugh somehow, even if he didn't know his lines. He would end up getting laughs if he had to do a flip. He'd do a flip, and so, the performers would sometimes take a half-baked piece and make it sound brilliant. And we just all helped each other.
Seems like you can walk in a kind of any party and slide in, but could young Al Franken fit in with any group of people?
Oh, he still can't. He's going to be a wonderful senator. I mean,
well, you're very honest about everything in your book. And I noticed it came out after Al's very close election, because you're pretty open about any drug use and partying that anybody
mostly
did.
About myself.
Right.
My technique was to reveal myself
Right.
first, and then I showed it to when I had the manuscript. I showed it to Al.
Yeah.
And he liked it.
Right.
And I thought, wow, he didn't question anything. He liked it. And then a couple months later, I got a call back. He goes, Tom, my advisors just saw the manuscript. Do you think you could? And I said, sure, no problem. So I did take out a couple things for him, and then I sat on it until
Purposely.
January. We said, well, the election. We'll wait till after the election, and then. Of course, it wasn't over.
Right.
It wasn't over till June, and it was like, well, wait a minute, So we published it, and I've never heard from Republicans calling up and asking about it. I think it's
just went over their head.
I don't know. I don't know. I was nobody's used it for Al's detriment, and I think Al, I've captured his brilliance, and he is brilliant, and. I talked about my drug use, and Franken never was into drugs. I mean, well, let me put it this way. I know he never spent any money on drugs.
Sure, like a chick. He seems, and I mean, you would know better than me.
I spent a small fortune.
Right. But he seems like he would be somewhat of a weak head. I don't know
he was
if we
never
were doing acid, I'd want it to meet just me and Al. I'd like, can someone else be here with us?
Al's great on acid.
Really?
Yes.
Why didn't he run on that?
His brain would be just going with it, whatever it is. He was terrific on it. I mean, we wrote several sketches, including the Nixon Final Days sketch.
Was all written while you guys were tripping?
Yes. Well, it was midnight, and we didn't know what we were going to do. And I just took some, and he about an hour later, what's wrong with you? I said, I'm tripping my ass off. He said, well, I better do some too then. Give me some.
Yeah.
And the sun came up, and there was this great sketch.